Welcome back guys to our second part of Commerce Chronicles. Na hapa tuko na mgeni wetu anaitwa Max. Kama hujasikia pale part 1 ametuelezea kuhusu software development, how he started his journey as a software developer and how it's going. And tutaendelea na hiyo interview, but before we continue, this show is proudly sponsored by Dunamis Rock Group of Companies. They deal with property management. If you're a landlord, you have some properties, maybe apartments, flats, land, anything that you have and you want it to be managed, Dunamis Rock Group of Companies, they can do it well for you. And also if you want to move in somewhere, you're looking for a house, don't worry, they will sort you out. Na kama pia kuna biashara and unashangaa ni wapi utaweka biashara yako, just call them and utasaidika. The numbers are right here on the screen, just reach them out na utasaidika. So Mr. Max, what is the capital that maybe someone who wants to start or to be a software developer, what is the capital needed?
So the capital needed, I think you are referring to a business that is software development oriented. So I think okay, it depends. It depends with the business that you're actually doing on there, because it's a very big meaning. It's a very big space. So if it's a general business, maybe you only need like just to develop maybe softwares for clients, apps for clients. It's generally actually low. It's not that much expensive. Like maybe utakuwa na nini, utaregister like a company, just normal company, because it's not different. But then if you are trying to kind of just like try to scale up, maybe building products on your own, maybe your own products. Like for example, we are working on a product called Vibin. There's some also other fees that you're actually supposed to actually pay, because there's some other certificates you're also supposed to get. It's a whole process. But if it's just starting out like developing softwares for clients, it's a normal service. So it means just you need a certificate of registration and do all that process. So it can cost you around, like, let's say kienda sana maybe 15K or something hapo hivyo. But now that is not the registration. Then kuna maybe if you're the only person doing it, is actually easier because you can actually work from home. It doesn't mean that you are supposed to maybe unaenda office ama kufanya nini, but there are some clients that actually insist, do you have an office? Yes, I have an office. Ndakuja kwa office. Mwingine atasema, do you have an office? No, we don't have an office. No, atasema nataka place penye naweza kuwa nakuja ikiwa na issue. So there's that a small limitation if someone an office. But getting an office also, it also get another extra cost, which is just a normal office. As long as you're comfortable with it, you can actually perform all the operations from that place. It's okay with you, it's done. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You've mentioned about it's a big space. What do you mean by it's a big space?
Okay, it's a big space in a way of because it's a service oriented stuff. So, and maybe you can actually maybe venture into selling products as like physical products, like creating your own gadgets na hizo stuff zingine zote. But I think in the software part, like dealing just with software, it's a big space in a way that with the services that you actually offer. Like for example, that the first one is actually just offering softwares. Kuna hii part inaitwa offering softwares as a service. Unatengeneza software and then people pay for it maybe per month, per year. They renew it. Then they see this other one that you can say like you actually just create a software, maybe una sell out like a normal product. So utapatia mpaka everything na license, utapatia mwenye mtengenezea everything. Then I think those are like the main ones. Yeah.
And kulingana na sahi, the generation that we are in, the online platform is growing really fast and widely. If there's somewhere like maybe a beginner wants to learn about software development, can they look for it online before going to school first? Ama you have to go and do a course?
You actually, okay, it's not a mandatory to actually get a course. Like okay, I mean like a school course. It's not a must, because actually like a lot of people actually are actually did not actually go to college or campus to actually study the entire stuff. Then kuna wale wenye walienda maybe campus, they study just general so na computers and all of those stuff. Then they actually learn this to na software development on their own. So maybe utakuwa unatafuta labda guidance and all those stuffs. But I think if you have passion on something, you're actually going to seek that knowledge. So it means that whichever way that knowledge will come, you'll actually just want to consume it. So it means that whether it's online, I actually learn a lot toka YouTube. It's like an open book. You can actually like learn like anything that you want to learn in the field. Like kila kitu iko hapo. So ile ukienda kwa class maybe utakuwa unaenda maybe kuuliza some extra questions, tough questions that maybe unapitia about the entire process of learning, but sidhani kuna any limitation ya pata nini because like a good example is someone like Elon Musk. He did not go to need to study about building rockets, and he's actually the top engineer in SpaceX. Yeah. But the only thing that he did is actually reading books. We consume a lot of knowledge. Then, if there's something that is that you do not understand so much well, you find someone that understand it, share, they give you the answers and hizo stuff, which is actually what he did. Alikuwa anaenda maybe kwa professors anafanya hizo stuff, anauliza maswali, anakuwa explain, then he ended up like building a good company.
Yeah, yeah, very very big company and it's very wealthy. Unajua hapa tunaongelea pesa, so he's very wealthy. And I've heard you using a certain term, products. What are these, or what do you mean by products?
So products, I think in the software world, I think a lot of people actually take service. Actually, they actually refer need services to as product, which is wrong. Because if you have like let's say which service, let's say it's a school management system. The people that are in that field that are actually building it, they'll actually call it a product. Most of them actually call it, you're creating a service. But a product, I think it's the way we understand is something physical. You can touch it. But I think it's ikifika pale kwa market, I think the only thing is just to sell it. So it doesn't mean kama ni service or either it's physical or not physical, just something you just have to sell it. So I don't think if for me, I don't think there's any big difference from where I come from, because for it, as long as you have created something, as long as it will come, maybe itakuja ikiwa physical or not physical, just sell it. It's still a product. Yeah.
It will give you money. Yeah, and I've heard you talking about clients and those products and projects. How do you get or acquire the clients?
I think the first, just okay, most actually come through networks. Yeah, networks, knowing people, huyu anajua huyu atakurefer kwa huyu, then others come from maybe social media. Social media, I think saizi imekuwa so much, it's like a shop for like anything. So I think it's an opportunity that we actually use to actually get clients. So like maybe you can boost a post, do something, as long as you have put your message outside there that you offer something, someone maybe will just come say nilikuwa natafuta watu wanafanya hivi, I've find you guys, so where can we start? Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And do you only work for like Kenyans, or there are like international people who come to look for you?
I think currently we are much focused in the continent. So Africa is so much. There's a lot of opportunities, and actually we are growing so fast. So it means that there's a lot of okay. If you focus in the African market, there's a lot of opportunities that if you see them, you'll actually be of so much of in a way that huwezi shinda ukiangalia outside, because ndio ziko, because a lot of people actually do freelancing za people from outside Africa, maybe from US, from maybe UK, India, all of those places. But I think Africa actually have a lot of opportunity to actually exploit those small mini business opportunities, which like for example, like there's a lot. Okay, I think for us in Africa, I think we are taking it in how can I put it, like okay, we can say tuko nyuma kidogo because of solar resources na hizo stuff. I mean tech resources, not these other resources, but this nini, I think tuko nyuma kidogo. We cannot compare ourselves to first world countries. So I don't know it because I don't think there's a first world country in Africa. So it means that most of the countries that are in Africa are actually developing countries. So it means that in these developing countries, there's a lot of story in a transition to technology. A lot of businesses are actually adopting technology in Kenya like so much faster compared to like maybe in previous years. Yeah, so it's a big market. Yeah.
So every job has some challenges. What are these challenges that you get in online software development?
I think the challenges that we get actually the okay the challenges that we actually get, I think it's people not understanding what the entire knee field entails. So, like for example, most of it actually comes from dealing with clients because the way, okay, like for example, the way I had said earlier, like we are in a developing country, so it means that the people that you're actually going to be approaching, they do not have the first knowledge about all of these stuff. So you have to explain them. So it's something that you actually do it. So and you actually found people that have maybe different principles than yours. So it's a difficult to actually explain someone that is so much fixed in something. So, but I think it's something that is actually fading out slowly. Yeah, it's fading out slowly. By time I think itakuwa iko much clear because people will be understanding a lot of about tech. Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much. So what is your parting shot an advice to young people who want to venture into software development, and where can they find you?
So I think okay, my final, I think it's technology is actually here, and it's actually here to stay. You actually, okay, you found it here. It's actually going to be here like as long as humanity exists. So it's something so much interesting. So it means that if you have passion to actually pursue it, just do it, because there's a lot of opportunities in it. You can Utalala nja. Utalala nja because there's a lot of jobs out there outside that. Even if there's this stuff in it was like the way people are saying about AI imekuja to replace jobs. I don't think that it's actually going to replace jobs. It's actually going to create more jobs. The way I understand it, the first time it's going to remove some few jobs, but it's going to be creating more jobs because it's actually here to stay. So I think it's going to replace people that don't use AI. Yeah, so I think if someone wants to pursue the field of software engineering, just do it. If you love it, just do it. Yeah.
And where can they find you?
So you can find me on X at Maxwell Gamba. You find me there. Yeah.
Thank you very much for availing yourself to this interview. We really appreciate, because we know you're busy in engineering and software development things, but you've availed yourself. Thank you very much. So guys, we've come to the end of our video, our interview. But before I sign out, this show is proudly sponsored by Dunamis Rock Group of Companies. They deal with property management. If you're a landlord and managing your property is becoming a headache, don't worry, Dunamis got you. And also, if you want to move in somewhere, you're wondering where to move in, they also got you. Also, if you have a business and you're wondering where to put up your business, they'll also sort you out. Their numbers are right here on the screen. Just reach them out and they will help you. I have been your host, Sherin Joroge. See you on our next episode.